Man, you're a generous guy.
Thanks. All right, you got to watch me take one good trade, right? Whew. I've been botching it up. Uh, let's see. So there's like all kinds of things to see. Like I had a dream about the timing, and so I had like this number sequence in a dream that came to me, and I woke up and I was saying the numbers. It was like four numbers, five numbers, uh,
Mm.
over and over and over again in the sequence, back to back to back, for like 5 minutes straight after I woke up, and I couldn't say anything else. I tried to say something or try to think about something else, and that's all that came out. And it was really weird. I thought it was broken. And it took me a couple of days to realize what the numbers were because I thought they were like lottery numbers or something. I didn't know, and so I tried to play lottery, didn't win. And so I was like, man, I was really hoping that was that. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, this is like a number sequence. Like this is like tied to like the market. It's got to be. And so then I pulled it up on the number sequence and like I added them all together and looked at them in a couple different ways. And then I went on to like a chart and I put on like a tick chart um, on that number. And there it was. I saw it and I could see it like every time I'd get to the end of that sequence, it would like do something different, you know?
Mm.
Like it would do the same thing. Like it would be like pattern, 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 doji, 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 pattern, 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 doji, doji, doji. This is a doji, these little things right here. And then it took me 2 years to realize like how that worked in here, the market, like how it was functional. Still haven't figured out how to actually use that, but then that actually put me on the cycles, like how long each pattern runs. Um, and then that actually led me on to a type of pattern that I saw at high speed based on the cycles, and then that gave me a better idea of like a whole like what a whole cycle was made up of, and so like
Okay.
which it end with and how it would when to start looking for like a different change or something like that.
Yeah.
And so like you see this run up like this,
Yeah.
and so this would be your indecision up here, and then you should probably get another move. So this would be indecision here. There's the indecision. So wherever it goes from here is where it's taking off, like and going its bigger move or something. And so it should like try to go like this. I guess it's going down. Nope, it goes up. Or it's still indecision, it's expanding here. Okay, I think I'm going in wrong then. It's expanding, so it's indecision's expanding. Okay, yeah, so it committed to the downside. And I should get another leg like this coming down now. Or just pull all the way back up, whatever. That's fine. But I should get another leg just like this. Right here.
Is that it?
Come on. It might give it to me in pieces now. There it goes. Look. It like literally stops right here. And now I'm gonna reverse. And it's gonna go the other way. It should keep going like no red right here. Because of this move. And there's your first red. And you see like there's like it's green and it's like short red.
Yeah.
It's like all choppy and everything. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden after that move it expands outwards. And it's like this massive move here. And so it should get another one of these going up like this maybe. There it goes. Cool, huh?
It's
Not cool?
No, it's cool, but I'm just this is like I'm just trying to think what am I looking at. I'm not a trader, man.
All right, so look, let me see. Uh, if I enter here, anything that is in this direction, if I'm going long, so this way, oops, come on now. Anything going this way, I'm making money.
Yeah,
And so I got in on this trade, it was going down. And then I said, okay, well, it's done going down here. I reversed it, and I'm now making money as it goes up, right? And so I reversed it and I got in here. And so then it made money going up this whole way.
this whole way, but
Yeah, this whole way.
ho- but it's continuously moving. That's what I'm seeing. It's continuously growing.
Yeah, but it's not. Here, let me switch this so you can see it in
The
different.
graph or the chart.
I've got it on Heikenhashi candles. I'm just gonna put it on regular candles. Okay, wait for it to load. So the main thing you're looking at here is that look at the pullback on it. And so there's not a lot of pullback as it's going up. So you're making a lot of profit and a little bit of pullback. So you're losing a little bit of money, but you haven't closed it out yet. Making
Yeah,
more money, a little bit of pullback, going up more, making more money, even less pullback, making more money, even less pullback, and then it stalls out and then it stops, right? So me getting in down here at the absolute low based on that move because of that sequence I was showing you and talking about.
yeah.
I already said like I drew the line here and then I drew the line over there and then it stopped here and then it actually pulled back enough to stop me out. But I was able to predict that this was going to happen and I was going to get double this here. Now,
So that was your prediction. You
yeah,
predicted that of
I was
your.
going to I predicted that this was going to move up from here and it did. And then that after this first leg, it was going to get another leg just like this up here.
Mhm.
And so if I take this and I put it up here, boom,
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And so that means that I could have gotten out here thinking that I wasn't going to make any more money, but I knew that I was going to make double that. So and it went up, boom, there. It could have kept going down right here because it had been going down. There's no reason to think that it's going to go up right here. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah. No, because of course you didn't see the rise.
And so if you look at normal price action, so outside of all this right here, we get this thing to pop up here. So when you're looking at the market, this is what it looks like. And so you have ups and downs right here, and this is enough to stop you out. So if I get in long here, it pulls back and stops you out.
Yeah,
Pulls back. Or there, maybe there though. So it's kind of hard to stay in and make money, and you're only going up. If you got in, let's say you got in on this guy here, because this is the one that you wouldn't get stopped out on. Oops. Oh my goodness. There, and let's say it pulls back and it gets you like here. So that's 17 ticks. So in this market, it's 17 times 20. It's $340. It's not bad.
uh,
And then now, but this move here, so see how this is like going like general BBing
you-
down. No reason to think it's going to go up. You get in right here, which is like at the lowest, and then I know it's going to go double this. And so if I put that at the low of this move here, that takes me up to here. So then once it reaches here, then I'm done, right? So let's say I got out right here then, 65. And so then 65 times 20 is 1,300, and that's one
yeah,
contract. So $1,000 more.
yeah.
So that's what that's what that dream, that's what that dream taught me.
That's wow. Okay. That's
You see what I'm saying? Like how much different, like uh it doesn't mean I don't make dumb mistakes. I mean, I've been making them the whole time we've been on talking. you know,
I can't really say I'm not contributing to the good decision making, but
but because I'm just distracted. But it's fine. It's a replay, so it doesn't really matter.
no.
It's more for practice. Uh, but uh, the sequence taught me. So the sequence is everywhere, and that's what people just don't. People, okay. The average trader doesn't see the sequence. I don't think anybody sees the sequence. Honestly, I don't. Like, maybe David Larry, who's like, I think he wrote books about stuff that he saw in the market. He's like one of the most famous like futures traders. Well, this is what this is futures, and and he probably sees something. I don't know if he sees what I see, but he sees something because
This is something, yeah.
he's got a book. He's talking about what he sees. Um, but most traders are very technical, like they use indicators and they're technical. I've gotten to the point where I don't even need indicators. Like I don't need any of this stuff. Like I like the Bollinger Bands because my mentor taught me using the Bollinger Bands, and so it helps me frame like where it's at in the market. But I see the sequence, and the sequence is in every up, every down, every path where there's more than one candle touching it. You know what I mean? Like it bounces away from it, comes back and touches again. The sequence is there. If there's 4 or 5 candles, if there's 5 candles in a row, the sequence is there. So it's everywhere. It's micro, it's fractal. So it's in these 5 candles, it's in that whole row of candles, it's in this whole blob of candles here, it's in this massive bounce and the other bounces over here going into this right here. It's all that. It's everywhere. And
We're
so
talking about fractals here.
yeah, it's all fractal. And so I can take it all the way down to the micro level, mini macro level, whatever, or as big as you want. Um, and like the bigger ones they overturn the smaller ones, but uh, it, it's a lot to kind of track. But like if you see it, then like a lot of times when I'm trading, I don't even pay attention to them unless I'm like having a hard time. Then I start to focus on them. But so it kind of gives me an idea because you don't know where it's going to go at the end, but you can kind of educate and guess it. Like this pattern ends here. This is the indecision part of it right there. After it ends indecision, wherever it decides to go after that is where it's going. And so right now it's going up. So it's most likely going to run up and it doesn't mean it's going to run up forever. It just means it's going to run up until it gets to the point where it needs to stop and then go another direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of like unknowns about it, but even the run up is the cycle, is that pattern, you know. So you could still even track that and know that it's going to end. Once you start to see like the dojis or whatever, like that cycle's done. Like, you know, or if it starts to go sideways in a block like this, that's the indecision. It's done. So then starting a new one, and so most likely, like if it doesn't continue to go up here, it's dumping. And and so like you try to like, so let's say you're tracking a cycle on this leg right here, these candles. Well, it's not guaranteed that's going to make a big move afterwards. It might not give you what you think what you're expecting, right? But if that doesn't do it for you, then you can just look, instead of just looking at this leg, you can look at this whole row right here, and you have a much bigger cycle and figure out where that's at, and then wait for it to get to the end of its cycle, and then you have a much bigger move coming. That's multiples of this big move. It's going to be bigger than this one because it's multiples of it. You know what I mean? But look at this, and that's all because I just knew that this was the end of it, and it was going to pop off and go in a certain direction. But the average trader probably wouldn't have known that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
The average trader would just pop out, and they'd be like, "Oh my god!" and then try to get in, then it's going down. But I'd already been in it since down here. And so that's, I guess that's the beauty of it. And I've tried showing people it, and it's they just don't see it. Um,
This might be only been you can only get it through dreams, maybe.
yeah, it's a lot to process. I guess I don't know, but like, one of the things that I've realized recent, like yesterday, is
That's recent.
like every time I look at the market, I see something different every time, and I'm always seeing new things. And a lot of times I'm seeing things that are different parts of things that I already seen before, but I just didn't put them together. I would say 90% of the stuff that I've seen, I still haven't even placed like on how to use it. You know,
So you
um,
see stuff, but you don't necessarily know what it means, how to use it.
well, I have a good idea of like what its function is or what its purpose is, but
Yeah.
not how to like capitalize on it. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole
Okay.
different thing. Like so like I could explain like what's going on and why it's doing it, like why the market's doing whatever it's doing, like why coffee and method is basically that explains like what the market's doing based on psychology of retail traders and big institution, which is the ones that
Mm.
drive the market. And so I can explain all that in that terminology, but understanding how to trade it is a whole different thing.
Okay.
And so sometimes that stuff doesn't come to me instantly. Like it takes time for it to like soak in, and then I like find something else, and then that something else is like that missing piece of like what the other thing was that like I didn't know, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, and then or sometimes it's like stuff that I've known for years, and I'm like looking at the charts, and I'm like, I've known this for years, and like I'm always trying to trade this one thing over here, but like I knew that it was going to do all of this over here before it gets over here. And why didn't I just trade all this over here then? If I knew it was going
Yeah.
to happen, like it's just like dumb things like that. So like here's your indecision here, again, like we're at the end of a pattern, and so then like wherever it pops off from here is where it's going, right? And so now you just got to wait. So it rejects here, um, bearish engulfing, bullish, bearish, gaps down, recovers. If it recovers, it's going up, which means it goes back to the top. If it fails to recover, it's dumping. Like, oh, I did the wrong way. No, this way. Nervous reaction. I don't know.
Scott, it's 4 a.m. in my
Oh,
country.
go to sleep, man.
I'm uh, I'm going to. Maybe I've been sleeping the last 30 minutes and some.
It's been fun, man. I appreciate you jumping on with me. I really appreciate it. I really, really do.
Yeah, I appreciate you for sharing and everything about from the rec to trading to art to your kids, just your life, man, to dating, everything. So
Bring
and the explanation of that art piece, that was like I couldn't have I couldn't have
piece that together.
yeah, pieced that together, by
Yeah,
myself.
share
So
my story with somebody and drag them to my YouTube and get them to talk.
I'll I'll find some people.
You know, I think
I'll,
it's good.
I'll find some people.
I appreciate you, man.
And
Don't,
I'll give you a follow on Instagram,
yeah, please do.
and maybe we'll probably be back here. I'll be back here, and we'll talk some more.
For sure.
And yeah,
Yeah, man. I appreciate you.
and yeah, thank you. So yeah, now I'm off to sleep.
I made you sleep deprived. I'm sorry.
I was already sleep deprived, so don't worry,
Hey, man, you made
don't
my night.
worry.
I really appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank
take care.
you. You too. All right. Well, everyone, that was Alexander. Thank you for joining me, man. Much appreciated. That was the most fun I've had in a long time streaming. And I normally don't get on here because people just don't talk to me. So if you guys are watching and listening, be like Alexander. He's the best. Got on, asked questions, and I mean, I bet this was the most fun he's had on YouTube. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's got like other people, other YouTubers he talks to, and they like, entertain him. I don't know, but I appreciate him, and I encourage everybody else to jump on and be like him because that's why I stream. I want to do this. I want to talk to people and tell my story and help them or have them help me. Hell. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I don't know if it can get any better than that. I've been on for like 3 hours, but I'm starting to trade better now. Towards the end here, oh man, it was bad. Before he got on and right when he got on, I was just brutalizing this thing. But I've kind of found my rhythm here. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Probably tomorrow, honestly. This is Wait For It. Y'all have a good night.